Hello and welcome back to the Battle of Old Farm lead card coverage here at Old Farm Park in Kentwood, Michigan. We've got the back nine coverage coming at you, final conclusion of this tournament. And on the commentator's mic, you have myself along with Chris. How you doing, Chris?
Doing well, thanks.
We are 27 holes in. Thanks to our sponsors again for helping us host an amazing event. We are looking to see how the conclusion is, and we have a race on our hands as the John, Chad, and Dan are all in a tight race there. You're a little bit behind the pace there, but still competing for that top, money spot there. We'll see how this kind of plays out as John and Dan have been scorching through the front nine, headed into hole 10. The biggest hole play-wise, just 341 foot, but it plays closer to 380, I would say. 400 if you're playing full hyzer, and you're just trying to get it up here for a putt. Bigger arms are going to have the score ability on this hole.
Yeah, this could be a separator.
Yeah, John throwing something flippy out there, and as soon as he released it, he was fine with it. John knows his game really well, knows that he can't reach this hole in one, says, all right, I'm just going to do the right thing here. I'm going to throw it up there, take my easy three, and move on.
Yeah, he knows his limitations, and he knows his short game is very good.
Yep.
So
Dan says, hooey on that. I'm going to park it.
Yeah, and even closer than he was the first round, he wanted to make this birdie this round.
Yeah, definitely one he thought he let slip away on his 7 birdies in a row on the front in round one. Could have been 8 if he had hit it, but here's Chad. A good line from Chad as well, but you could kind of tell his was a little more nose up. I think that elevated or the slanted tee pad kind of put him a little higher and didn't quite get that power behind it, but he definitely has that 400 power to get there in one.
Yeah.
What is this that's not quite flipping over?
I threw a queen again, and normally that thing flips, and I don't know. Maybe I put too much hyzer on it out of the hand that time.
Lots of wind to play with, too. Affects the disc a little differently, and John does a nice job of going through his entire routine of picking a disc, looking at the basket, and putting it next to it.
Right. He's got a very quick routine.
But, I mean, if you're that close to the basket, you can't complain.
No.
Giving this one a run.
I did. I wanted to make this one, but I didn't have the commitment.
Yeah, a little nose up, too. That wind kind of pushed it straight down. But you're next to the basket, easy tap in, and Dan is just really putting the pressure now on John and Chad, taking a stroke from both of them, putting himself with at least a stroke now with 8 to play. He's looking to close the door on these guys.
Yeah, he's trying to shut the door on them. He's got a 2 and 3 stroke lead on him now.
And the way he's been playing, the way he's been putting, it looks. If you're Chad and you're John, it looks grim.
Right, you're
moving
thinking,
forward.
What do I got to do to get in this guy?
Aces is what you need.
I need an ace on one of these short holes coming up here after 11.
Yeah, 352-foot par 3. Plays a little shorter than the previous hole because it's downhill. You have OB on the road behind it. You're really just trying to aim for the tree that's next to the basket. Even if you hit the tree, you're probably going to get knocked down anyway, but that's the tree you're kind of aiming for. You're trying to get underneath the basket from there. And you can see there is wind ripping in the very plaid shirt that Dan is wearing. And he's a little surprised there. He thought that disc was going to pick up.
Yeah,
and
he expected a little pickup out there, and he didn't get the lift that he was hoping for.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah, John flipped his over.
We got the other players on the other fairway coming into our fairway because we had some misreleases there.
Yep.
Luckily, no one got hurt. You see a yellow shirt guy there going back to his fairway. Out of the way, so Chad's ready to fire one. And he's more of a turn a disc over. And
right.
I thought he had a really good angle out of the hand from there, and it just never went to the right.
No, it didn't. It didn't flip as much as he thought it would. Maybe the height was a little too much. Now this is my normal throw. See, I get up there and I throw this big hyzer. I hope to hit the branches of this tree and just crash in. Unfortunately,
you hit the tree and you hit the branches and it didn't land.
I went right through.
This is gonna be OB, but you'll have a approachable shot there. Maybe you'll be able to convert the 3 there. John with the layup here, and that's better than last round. This is the hole he bogeyed because he misfired on his first approach shot and left it too short. If that one's well within his range, he'll probably tap it in.
Made a nice correction there from the last round. Dan floats one up there to
John's disc. They're best buds.
Right.
I'm certain Chad's probably thinking he has to run it, get a stroke on him whenever I can. He's making the run. Not quite enough.
It was a safer run because obviously you got that OB behind there and he don't want to give up strokes too easy.
That just looked like a low release from
Yeah,
you.
it was. Yeah, I was still frustrated from not being knocked out of the air by that tree, and
Yep.
I should have probably took another couple seconds to gather myself, but
Nonetheless, we're going to have a couple tap-ins here. John making sure he's not stepping on any toes.
yep.
You guys were both pretty close, but he just wanted to make sure. And
Yeah, John. Yeah, you see me talking to him there. Yeah, you're there, John. Go. I always like the flow of play.
yeah.
See, you can see I kind of got a limp there. I slid off the tee pad on hole 9. Thankfully, it didn't affect my game a whole lot, but I wasn't able to bend over and pick up my disc because my knee wanted to buckle.
Yep.
Thankfully, it didn't affect my game at all, but I couldn't bend over right.
Heading to hole 12, 234 foot. Mando, you have to hit to the left of. You're trying to throw a forehand here or backhand turnover. It looks like Dan's going to throw that putter again. Oh, this is looking too high.
Yep, branches caught him up there.
And honestly, you made the statement in the first round where you hit that early tree as well, and you kind of said it was a lucky kick because sometimes you hit that tree and it'll kick you OB.
Yes, it will.
John with his Meteor almost replicated his shot from round 1, but caught the very tip of that branch, knocked him down early. Chad here with a forehand, and this might be the first time Chad's going to get a stroke on Dan here. Able to execute that shot well. And, hit the Mando. You're still in front of it in the left.
Kicked the right way.
And we're going to watch a unicorn here, huh?
I don't forehand. And that's why. But it went forward, got between the trees.
Yep.
I'm okay with that.
Forward progress. You got to look at the basket from there. That just tells you how bad the spot was that you had a forehander, right?
Right, yeah. There was no other. I mean, I guess I could have tried left-handed, but I throw a pretty decent lefty, but I've got tennis elbow there right now, so there's me just trying to float one in, and it went straighter the longer than I thought it would.
See if John can convert from distance.
Oh.
Definitely wanted that one. You can see him giving a little motion there. Definitely wanted to save that.
He wanted to pick up a stroke himself.
And you had another obstructed putt there.
Yeah, I kind of airballed it. I let the tree get in my head, and
Chad here, or I'm sorry, Dan here, tapping in his par. Still haven't seen Chad putt yet.
yeah, that's what happens when you get that close.
Yep.
Yeah, my first double bogey of the day.
Unfortunate.
Back to back bad holes. I mean, I wouldn't say the last hole was bad. I just had a little unfortunate luck not catching the tree and skipping out of bounds.
Right. We got still about several holes to fix here as we head into hole 13. 172 foot. This one's a forehand hole, or a lefty if you got it, speaking of which. But you're just trying to get something big left to right, dump it towards this basket. Anything past this little mound that the drone is over right now is a good spot.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, like I said, I had tennis elbow, so I didn't try my lefty shot today at all. The turnover works pretty well for me normally. Chad throwing that forehand.
And this is really high. I wouldn't recommend throwing your forehand this high, but this turned out fine.
Right. I wouldn't recommend it either, but thankfully he missed everything up there.
And Chad throwing forehand as well. And this is going to be a little too far wide. He's actually going to hit those trees on the left there. He's going to have himself a real deep look. And looks like John here making the correction from round 1, and that's looking real good.
John forehands a little more often than I do, but not much. So every time I see it, it makes me laugh. Oh, wait, I did try my lefty shot, and
yeah, just just trying to fight through some of those difficulties. And here's a backhand from you, righty this time, and that'll work. That puts you in circle.
Puts me on that hill. I'm okay with that.
Dan is in a real tight spot here. Got kicked down the hill a little bit. He's just got to kind of save this, not lose more than a stroke. And, just like that, his 3-stroke lead is starting to dwindle, and both John and Chad are knocking at the door here with some birdie looks. There's a good save from you.
Yes, I figured that one out.
After a couple rough holes, too, to get that save, it feels good.
Yeah, I didn't want that 3 red marks in a row. Wrong kind of turkey.
And Chad there, a little bit of a wobbly putt, but it goes in, right?
It went in, yeah. There's no pictures on the scorecard.
Except that there's a video this time, though.
Well, we could ignore that. But it goes in, so he's happy. Gets to pick up another stroke on Dan there and try to work his way back into it.
Yeah, coming into the final stretch here, this is all a birdie run, so it's kind of on Chad here to like not mess up before, not Chad to win anything, but hole 14, 210 feet, OB all around it. We talked about it in round 1. You really just want something soft, get past that, or land deep in the grass towards the rough stuff and give yourself a putt. This is a little too short.
Yeah, yeah.
Circle's edge.
We call this birdie alley because really these next 5 holes are fairly easy.
The first 5 and the last 5 are all really the ones you want to convert. And so, as John is demonstrating, you could be underneath the basket.
Just beautiful.
John is putting some pressure on here for Dan. Now he's got to convert. And this is a little more inside than his round 1, but luckily it's an AVR. So it's going to stay straight. He's going to land right next to Chad. They're both going to have a couple testers there.
Yes.
Is it that Luna?
Yeah, and I was like, don't skip out of bounds. And it hit right by the basket, which I didn't see that, and I was kind of worried I went too deep there.
I think we were all hoping it was going to go in instead, and my Lord.
The ring around the rosy. Oh, Chad, can't believe it.
And Chad's so Chad got our first crew view of all time, and as soon as that putt happened, when he turned around, he couldn't hear what he said. He looked straight at me. He's like, "Well, I know that's going to be a screwed view," and I said, "You're right. I'm going to put that in."
Yeah, that
one hurts.
That ring around the rosy is.
Oh no.
Yeah, and Dan didn't capitalize there to go back up.
And Dan's kind of put a cap on his putting right now. He's not quite able to convert. You got a nice birdie there.
Yeah, I've calmed back down after my couple miscues there, trying to get back to even, which I just accomplished there.
And John's now tied with Dan.
Tied.
Chad
Dan.
within a stroke.
Chad's 1 back. It's going to be interesting these last 4 holes. Let's go.
We got to see how this plays out. Things are starting to really... And he gives a little pat to the basket. He's like, it's okay. I don't blame you. Hole 15, 204 foot. This is the ace run hole. This is one you really want to get. Easiest hole in the course, in my opinion. There's just nothing in your way. It's easy to reach. Anyone could throw a putter, even beginners, and still get there. You really need to convert this hole.
Yeah, I'm not sure which score is easier, this one or 3, but it's probably pretty close. And look at John, just trying to scare the basket again.
Yeah, he goes off band in round 1.
Hit band earlier.
You got that Luna in your hand. Making the correction, going a little wider this time.
Yeah, unfortunately, I went a little higher too. That's okay. It's a putt from over there.
Now, Chad, I think, is feeling the nerves of being only down a stroke, really thinking that he needs to convert. So he's going with a thumber here to try to keep it from doing exactly what it did, where it landed on edge and just ran.
Yeah.
So now Dan kind of has this open door. John's got a tester, so he really has the door open for him to try to get this close and take an easy birdie. And he's put himself within 20 feet, I'd say. So he's done a nice job.
Up the hill.
This is huge for Chad if he wants to stay competitive. And
he does. This time it rung around, but it stayed in.
I was gonna say that putt. I don't know if he deserved as much, but karma gave him a good break there. And Chad put a cap on the basket again. He's just been off by inches on these last 4 holes or so.
And I did the same thing Dan did. Hits the band, and I can't believe it. It's like 5 of them today.
Yeah. Now John has a chance to take the lead here. And he throws it just a touch too low, and we have a 3-way tie going into the last 4 holes now. This is just incredible. I just, watching this when I was here, just couldn't believe all the good putting I've been watching. Dan was killing it in round 1, back 9. John was on fire in round 1, front 9, and
I'm the only one on the card really keeping track of the score. So I know that all these 3 players are tied right now.
But they don't. They all 3 of them were declining to look at the live scoring as we head into hole 16, 211. So some of us are aware of what's going on, and they do not. All they know is that they need to just continue to score and capitalize.
Right. In their head, they have to birdie out from here to have any kind of chance.
And Chad is putting the pressure on to start, puts himself inside circle, that's a great way to start if you're trying to take down the title here. This is a little low. It needs to stay up in the air or get some ground action. It's okay. It's 20 feet or so.
Well inside the circle. It's well inside John's range.
Got that buzz out again.
Yeah, I see it lift up there a little bit.
Got a little bit of a wind bounce, but again, you have that distance locked in with that disc.
It's natural that I buzzed GTs for 8 years on this course now.
And it looks like Dan is actually correcting. He's throwing a rock.
He did, and he got a little lift there, and then it put him back down. We were all worried it was going to come in and hit the ground early. Worked out for him.
And now he's just about... And
his putt just falls.
He just did, like, all of a sudden, he just has this cap on the basket. He hasn't been able to convert. As John is able to... Now, he snags the lead with 16 down. Dan's really got only a couple holes left now to try to get that lead back from him. As you convert a nice birdie of your own. And, whoa, lots of wobble.
First time I played with Chad, and I could not believe how much wobble is on his putts. But... they might be ugly, but they seem to work for him.
If you go back in the video and you watch hole 8 of this round with Chad, when he putts, it's normally not that wobbly. I think nerves are really coming down to play.
He had a lot of wobble in these rounds, and I'm like, wow. And it worked out for him. So far, he's tied for the lead. Got 2 holes to go.
Yeah, hole 17 is the first one, 250 feet. Don't go in the water, and don't go left into that pavilion. But luckily, none of our guys are lefties, so that shouldn't be a problem. This is the right play. You throw it way wide. It's something really stable. I have like a Champion Blizzard pig that just has no glide and is very, very beefy, and just trust the disc to get over there. And Chad does a nice job, puts himself in circle. Here we got John here. He's doing something very similar.
Yeah.
Just on the other side of the basket.
Another beautiful throw.
And these guys are battling one another, trying to sneak in for that lead.
Just trying to stay out of their way.
You got that buzz again in your hand?
Yep, yeah. Sure do.
And I remember after you threw this one, you thought you were probably outside circle.
I did. I honestly didn't know it came back that much.
We got up there and you had a little pleasant surprise.
I was very happy. That particular Buzz GT has a yellow streak from skipping off the top of this basket and going into the water.
Yeah. Dan, I was actually surprised about. He's been throwing that green disc all day. Just didn't hyzer at all, which he was very surprised about. And then, again, online, and he just put a cap on the basket on himself. He just hasn't been able to convert.
Yeah, look at me. I'm laughing because I know I rushed myself, and I'm like, okay, my goal at this point is just to stay above even and not let the course beat me.
Yep.
And hopefully I can not finish last. But still got to play, and
Chad's making me clinch.
Yeah,
Chad's putt's making me real nervous.
Them wobbles, man, they just make me laugh. I'm like, and then Dan's over here laughing because he knows it's a tail of front 9, back 9 both rounds.
Yep. And if he had been able to put together, he'd be smoking this course. But
if he'd have put them together on the same round.
He's from Illinois, so we'll forgive him because he doesn't get to practice this course.
Right, not a lot. He went to college up here, which is how he knows the course.
We got 1 hole to play, hole 18 to 11, as our friendly neighborhood player gives us a friendly wave there. And this is the last chance. These guys need to convert here, or we're going to have a playoff.
Right, yeah. 17 downs from both of them right now.
And
Chad puts it on the 20-foot line.
Yep, gets himself a putt, puts some pressure on John. Dan really needs like an ace here at this point. Like, this is his only hope to really catch up with these guys. And John leaves that one a little wider than he wanted.
A little wider and a little shorter than he wanted.
Luckily, John's a great putter, so he'll have a chance at it still. And this has gotten slow.
Yeah,
yep.
I took my Buzz GT out and threw the Claymore that time, just hoping to get an ace on the card. Let it go a little early.
And Dan has no reason to not run the ace. And I think he threw this on hyzer, hoping it would flip, and the wind kind of knocks it down.
Yeah, got a little push down there. It was worth the effort. He kind of knew he was not in first anymore from the last few holes that he's been having. And John there just throws it into the ground.
Yeah, you can see the wind. He has a headwind there, so I think he was trying to keep it nose down to fight it. And
once he got the nose down, the wind pushed it the rest of the way.
Yeah, just never had a chance. So now Chad is going to have a chance to win it.
This is a clutch putt for Chad coming up here. He doesn't know it yet, but it is.
Yeah. Oh my Lord!
Right. Look at this. How do them stay in?
I don't know how that would end. So you're giving him the fist bump.
I know, and John kind of has a suspicion.
Yep.
At this point, that's why he congratulated him also, because he thought it was really close there, and it'll become official once we look at the live scoring app there when we're done here.
Holy smokes, Chad! You give me heart attacks with your putts, but it's fortunately for you, it's going to be enough to take home the victory here, as you shoot 6 down here on the back 9, tail of 2 halves for you as well, as you're going to finish the tournament at 18 down. John's going to finish at 17, Dan at 16, and then kind of the rest of the field just separated from those 3.
I fell off, but I reached my goal. I didn't finish last. So there we go.
Thanks again for watching us, and thanks again to our supporters and sponsors for helping us make more content, and we'll see you guys at the next tournament.